What's up, people? Ski Studios in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Another day, another dollar. $1.50 maybe if you're lucky. Anyways, I figured I'd tell another story back from the streets or whatever. Some of my best days from the streets. Now, I used to sell for a kid, man. He had the best stuff around, right? And I used to have a friggin' spot out in the projects pretty much. And we had a crack house. And we used to sell, me and my buddies used to sell out there every day. And the stuff you'd see over there, I told you about the story anyways, about the mother. And then I ended up dating a girl and it ended up being, that was her mom. Crazy. But here was another time from that, right? So I was fronting the stuff off of them. You know what I mean? I was getting like an ounce. This shit was the fire. You know what I mean? Like, it was the best stuff around. If I used to sell it, right? And it used to be half the size of other people's bags, like half a gram for 50, which right now, that's like, I don't know. I know that the price is going way up. So, anyways, I used to tell people, like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. But anyways, right, the kid went to Florida. He fronted me an O, and he left. And, I sold it or whatever else, right? I call him up. And, I didn't know he was going to Florida, but he did. So I call him up, and he's like, I go, hey, I got the dough. I'm ready to re-up. He's like, oh, I'm in Florida. Can you give the money to my girl? I go, yeah, does she have more stuff? He's like, no. And, dude, I'm out there living off of this every day. You know what I mean? I had no job. That was my job. So, and he said he wasn't going to be back for another week. Dude, I couldn't wait like that. You know what I mean? I was back there using. You know what I mean? Like, I was just, I had just enough to give him his money. The rest of the money I was spending. You know what I mean? I had a car. I had to pay car insurance. I was just staying at house to house. You know what I mean? I didn't even really have a house to go to. You know what I mean? Like, that shows you how good I was doing. You know what I mean? The most that was the highest I got in selling. But this, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, right? I used to pay $10.50 and O, and eat, like, I could get 6 bags. What did I get? I used to get 7 bags out of 8 ball, right? So that's $3.50. You know what I mean? $3.50 times 8, 20, like a little over $2,400, right? I should have been getting, so I should be making $1,400, dude. Every week, bro, I was just doing the $1,400 barely. You know what I mean? I was barely getting by. You know what I mean? I'm blowing $1,400, probably half to 3/4 up my nose. You know what I mean? Back then, that was really good money, dude. I think minimum wage back then was like $7. You know what I mean? So, like, in reality, dude, I should be friggin' living large. Bro, I was living, like, barely, dude. You know what I mean? I was friggin' basically half the time sleeping at the crack house on a friggin' little lawn chair, dude, when my buddy did the other shit. You know what I mean? I was lucky if I took a shower, like, every friggin' 4 or 5 days. It sucked, dude. You know what I mean? But, dude, that's what I was living. You know what I mean? I was barely sleeping, to be honest with you. But when I did sleep, sometimes that's how I did. But anyways, right, he goes to Florida. We'll get back to where I was. He goes to Florida, and I got the dough for him, and he's like, oh, give it to my girl. His girl don't have nothing. So I'm like, yeah. Boom, I say, screw that, bro. I go to somebody else. And what ended up happening was it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good. I couldn't sell it like I was. And everything just kind of, I think he was gone for a week or two. And by the time he got back, the money just dwindled down to nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't plan to not pay him back. But when he came back, dude, I had nothing, dude. So one day, dude, I'm walking down the street, bro. I've been up. I have, like, nowhere. I didn't even know where I was going, dude. And I'm walking, and all of a sudden, him and his buddy pull up, the 2 people that are selling together. And he's like, he pulls out to me, dude. And, dude, I'm like, dude, I got, like, I remember, bro, I needed dude, I was so dry, and it was summertime. I was sweating. I haven't ate, and I didn't have nothing to drink, and I'm walking down the street, and he pulls up, and he's like, What's up? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, get in the car, we're kidnapping you. I'm like, you ain't kidnapping me, bro. You know what I mean? And then, I'm like almost ready to fight him. And then his other buddy gets out and he pulls out a gun. And he's like, get in the car. I'm like, nah, man. I just started running. You know what I mean? And they keep trying to hit me almost with the car, dude. And I'm like stopping, and there's like a big row of bushes next to me. And I just keep, I'm running. They pull like almost in front of me. I jump over the hood. And it's like, dude, when you're getting chased, bro, all of a sudden you got all the energy like you can, but you know what I mean? You are tired, but you're going to you got the will to survive. And I know I ain't going in that car. Like, you know what I mean? Get out of here, bro. You ain't getting me. So I keep running, and actually I had a friend that lived down the street, and I just ran to his house. And, they ran up to the house, they pounded on the door. I called my buddy out my back. You know what he said? And I used to be friends with this kid. I'll never be friends with him again. But he's like, just go get a knife. And a knife versus a gun, bro. But they were pounding on the door, and the kid's housemate, he's like, yo, man, come on. Yeah, bro, really, dude? You're going to, like, kick me out? Obviously, I wasn't going to go out there. But they didn't let him in. You know what I mean? They didn't let him in. And I waited, and they're pounding. And, dude, I barely had the energy to fight. But, dude, I ain't going versus a gun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they would have did. I doubt they would have killed me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I just don't think they had it in them. You know what I mean? I'm actually kind of cool with that kid today. And, maybe when I get him, I'm trying to get him for an interview on this channel. You know what I mean? I'm just getting everything ready. You know what I mean? But, that was a kid when I went to jail, dude. And he's like, yo, you're putting the money in my canteen. You know what I mean? It was that kid. So, dude, that was the type of days I had out there. You know what I mean? Like some days was the top, and some days just sucked. And I wasn't even addicted to opiates yet. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even addicted to opiates yet, man. It's like that was where my life was at, man. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, that wasn't one of those happy times. You know what I mean? Like, because, when you go out there, like, when you're, like, thinking of going back out and just go and live in the streets, dude, you don't think about that. You know what I mean? You think about the other shit. And I'll tell you this, that was a miserable day in my life. Because then after I left that kid's house, and you know what I mean? I went back to walking the streets, man. You know what I mean? Like, that sucked, dude. It definitely sucked. Thank God, man, I'm not out there, man. Thank God I got a job. You know what I mean? I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm getting there. You know what I mean? And every single one of you guys are watching this video, man, you're helping me. You really are. Because, dude, I'd definitely rather be doing this than the type of job I'm doing now. You know what I mean? I thank you all, man. Thank you for listening. Ski Studios, like, subscribe. Support your brother, man. Because, hey, and if you need me, man, you can hit me up, too. I'm there to listen to whatever, God bless, and don't forget to hit subscribe.